This is job 25406. It's called Pavilion Center. It's in Federal Way. We're looking at ADA corrections on the concrete and on the asphalt. This is a job we're bidding for Let's Pave, and Kimco Realty owns this property. Let's Pave is starting to build a relationship with Kimco, and they've got multiple properties everywhere, and I really want to jump on this chance to get these jobs with Let's Pave. Let's Pave wants to give us 3 contracts this week, and they want me to walk this property as well as 2 others on Thursday and on Friday. But we need to make sure our numbers are pretty tight here. They gave us a budget for this job of $89,271, and I think right now we're really close. Jamie did a rough estimate for me the first time, and we were at about $92,000. But then I was able to make some corrections and change the spreadsheets. So there was area 1, 2, and 3, and I did 3 separate spreadsheets for asphalt, 3 separate spreadsheets for concrete. Actually, I think I did 2 separate spreadsheets, but that was because we weren't sure if we were going to do all the work or some of it. Well, Let's Pave just told me that we're able to do all the work. So I was able to tell Jamie to put all the asphalt on one spreadsheet and all the concrete on one spreadsheet. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to help tighten up these numbers a little bit. Okay. You got a bunch of retail stores that are up here, which aren't going to affect us, but it's down here in these 2 buildings. This building right here is a Comfort Dental, a nail spa, and a BECU. This building right here is Xfinity, Desert Sun, and Unibank. We're going to correct the concrete sidewalk in front of this store and in front of this store. We need to shift the ADA stalls over towards the middle of each building. So that means we're going to be doing asphalt repair that you see in the blue here. So where the blue is all the asphalt correction, and then all the gray is the concrete correction. New ADA ramp, for this side, new ADA ramp for that side. Okay, so this is what it looks like on this building right here that I'm pointing at. That's the BECU, the nail salon, and Comfort Dental. Outlined in the blue is the asphalt removal. Currently, the ADAs are over here. We're moving them to there. They want a curb ramp right here. All simple stuff. This job is very similar to Claremont Village, except for there's less stores per section. There's only 3 stores here. So let's take a look at the asphalt first. Okay. We need to grind down 2.5 inches, and on my spreadsheet, I put to do 4 inches, but I don't think we need to do 4 inches. I think we need to do 2.5 inches. So, and the reason why I did that is because I wasn't sure if we would need a lot more asphalt to create a less than 2% pad for this ADA area, and I don't think we're going to need to, and we're going to walk that here in a second with my level. But currently we've got 6,354 square feet of asphalt to remove and replace. I put 4 inches in for placement, so it shows 157 tons to put in, but only 98 tons to remove. Well, we need to change that on the spreadsheet. We need to change it to 98 tons of placement, which is going to help us. Currently, we have in the notes in the spreadsheet, we got 1 day for 12 hours, 8 guys to do. And I think that's probably a good number based on our rule of thumb. And we'll walk that. This also includes, that total that I just gave you of 98 tons, that includes both parts of the property. So this section right here is this building right here, which is considered area one. That one is that's area 2. So the first one I showed you was area 1. The second one I'm showing you is area 2. But I just gave you the total tonnage for both properties. Okay. So you're looking at, everything in the front here for both buildings. Okay, so 98 tons. I think we're pretty close. I think we're good on the hours and the labor on that. It's the concrete that I'm wondering about. We have currently on the concrete, we have removal of 139 tons of concrete. That's for both properties, both these sections here. Placement, we've got 69 yards of concrete. And right now we've got 9 days, and we've got 9 hours per day and 5 guys. I'm wondering if we're maybe 1 day heavy on it, especially if we're looking at Claremont Village and how we performed there and how we could do this job. There's less stores to deal with, so we might be better off. We might not. I don't know. But this is what we need to look at. So 69 yards. We got 5 guys on the job, and we got 9 days, and we've got 9 hours per day. I'm wondering if we could shorten that up and maybe make them 10 to 12-hour days, possibly, and try to shorten up the days, the mobilizations out there. Okay. One thing to know about is that's the kind of curb ramp or the ADA ramp we're putting in. The other thing we got to consider is that in front of the sidewalk, we've got this curb. That's like a 20-inch tall curb. Okay. So you'll see in the spreadsheets on the concrete that we've got some 20-inch curb that requires 2 sticks of rebar in it. Okay. Okay, so Xfinity Desert Sun Unibank. This is area 1 on the site plan that you'll see. That ADA section is coming out, and we're going to move it more towards Desert Sun. Okay. What's also on the scope of work is this area right here. There's an ADA ramp. They want us to cut out the asphalt right here in the front, just a section of this, because they want to get this corrected too. So as you see it right now, the sidewalk kind of has a flare to it. It's going to have the same kind of flare to it when we put the new ramp in here. But they did include this into the bid. So we would take this out, put in a new ADA ramp that will have a truncated dome on it, as well as, the ADA ramp that's going to go over there with a truncated dome. Okay, so I wanted to show you what this looks like. For staging, you can see there's lots of areas to park and stage our equipment. We can park here on the side, and we'd be good to go. All right, here's the asphalt out in the front. Here's what it looks like in front of the building. All this concrete would come out, and we'd be putting it back in. We'd be taking out that curb ramp. We'd be taking out those signs, and we're moving everything down over here in front of Desert Sun. Okay, so as it sits right now on a percentage, we've got, so right now it's at 3.7%. And this is about where the ADA area is going to go. Okay, so it's 3.7%. So we know there's going to be some correction out here. It's 0.5% on the cross slope in front of the store, okay, in front of Desert Sun. So, like I said, approximately this is the area that we're going to have to correct. I was telling you earlier that I was going to put 4 inches of asphalt as placement, but I don't think that's probably what I need to do. I don't know, you guys can tell me if I need to correct that. The only reason why I said that was because I was thinking maybe we would have to build up the asphalt out here in this area. But I guess we could do that a little bit differently if we needed to, whether it's using crushed rock to create this area to lift it up a little bit. As you come out here into the drive aisle, it's 2.8%. Okay, so we know that's going to have to come up 0.8% or greater. Okay, the cross slope is 0.1%, so we don't have really any issues there as far as left to right. That'll go fine. It's just when we bring the asphalt out this way towards the roadway, this is going to be lifted up some. We could maybe lower it down in the front a little bit and then bring it out. Okay, so on the spreadsheets, we got 4-inch placement, but I'm wondering if we could put it at 2.5 inch. Okay, so those are the main things you need to see here with the asphalt and the concrete. This concrete right now sits at 2.5%. And this looks very typical across the whole thing here. And then you've got 0.1%. Okay, so not really no issues on the cross slope, but from the front of the sidewalk to the building, that's where we need to we'll have to change a little bit, only where the landings go. Okay, so then this is area 1 through here, which you'll see on the notes. This is area 1. Then we've got this area right here. This area will be included as well. These pots can be slid over. Okay, we don't have to deal with that. One thing we do need to pay attention though, and I'm not sure why we would have to do this area right now, but I believe this is on the drawing too. And you can see that there's 2 things here bolted down that would probably have to be unbolted and then rebolted down to the concrete, which it's not a big issue. It's just that is one obstacle there. Okay, and then as you look over here at BECU, you know, we've got this one box here. It's like a ATM. And I got to look at the drawings there. We'll see how that affects us. But on this side, this is area 2. So you got BECU, the nail spa, and then Comfort Dental. This comes out. That ramp comes out. Those signs come out, and everything shifts down this direction. Okay. Currently, I think right about here is where, at the nail spa, is where the ADA ramp goes in. It's at 2.3% right now. 2.3% by 0.3% in front of the store. 0.3. Out here in the parking lot, we've got 1.8%, 1.9%, which is good. And we've got 0.1% cross slope in the asphalt out here. Okay, so there's Comfort Dental, the nail spa, and BECU. So we would be doing concrete, redoing the concrete out here in the front. And then we would also be doing all the asphalt out here too. Okay, so really, when you look at it, it's a pretty easy asphalt project. The concrete's not too bad either. We might be able to do it just like we did Claremont Village, where we do maybe the front half of the concrete first, and then we do the back half as like a second day or a second part to the scope. As far as ADA correction on this, we're really close out here as far as making it ADA compliant on where the ADA stalls go and the cross hatching. Okay, so the concrete's going to be, I think, fairly easy too. I think our biggest obstacles are going to be right here in this area. So we're going to look at the drawings real quick to see what it says on the drawings versus what we got going on right here. Everything's supposed to be a broom finish. We don't have to worry about doing exposed aggregate, to my knowledge. I don't think we need to do that, but we'll double check that. Okay. One thing to know is we've got some iron right here. We've got iron right there. There's a drain. Let's see if we got anything else. We're not responsible for putting these little stickers on the concrete. Got some iron right here. And we got some iron right here. Okay. So this drain right here, I don't think we'll need to correct it. I think it'll be able to stay just where it's at. Out here in the roadway, we've got a sewer lid here, and I don't think it goes out this far. I don't think we have to worry about that. I think it's mostly in the stalls, and then there's a section right here in the middle where we come out a little bit farther. But I don't think we're going to have to do a whole lot of asphalt correction on that. Okay? All right, so now we'll see what it looks like. Let's take a quick peek. Here was that ramp I was showing you towards the beginning of the video when I walked over towards the building in front of Unibank. That is where we put in the new ramp. So the new ramp's going to have where it flares out. But we'll be replacing all of that sidewalk. So here's that area that I was talking about in the middle. I believe that's it. Let me see here. Yeah, you got area 2, area 1, and in the middle there is where that mailbox kiosk was. But it's a straight shot cut in front of the buildings there. So when we cut through there, there's going to be some exposed aggregate that we're cutting out, but we don't have to put it back that way, to my knowledge. I'll know for sure when we walk the property tomorrow. Okay, so here's Desert Sun, and that's where that ramp's going. And I think I told you at Desert Sun we were really close on ADA compliance. Here's that planter area that I was showing you that's right out there in front, where you've got the 2 big flower pot planters. Then you've got the 2 bollards there, and then you've got the 2 mailbox kiosks. Those are easy to unbolt and put back in. And we might not even have to reset those. I don't know. I would imagine they'll probably ask us to reset them, which is not a big deal. I've done them before. Well, not me, but at SPS. Okay, so I think that was it. That was all I needed to show you was that. Other than that, you could see over on area 2, as we get over closer to Comfort Dental, we're not removing a whole lot of the parking stalls. It's just right out in the front. As you get towards the end of Comfort Dental, we're only removing maybe a couple feet, it says. 4 feet. Only 4 feet out from the sidewalk. Okay, so this curb right here, that curb's going to be poured separately. That's that 20-inch curb I was talking about. Okay, so I think that's it. That's all I need to show you. And hopefully we can look at this and get the concrete part of this job dialed in. I think the asphalt and the striping is not a big deal. I think we got it where it needs to be. But I do think the concrete, we need to look at if we got enough manpower, and if we do, how can we potentially turn this into maybe an 8-day project instead of a 9? Bottom line is we're just wanting to see if we can get this number tightened up a little bit. All right, thanks.